It's Friday, Friday, Friday.
That's Thanks, Joel. I want you to know I'm sitting in your chair talking on your mic here at home, okay? Don't get intimidated. I'm not looking for a job, okay? Nope, they did a good job of cleaning it up while you were away. Good to be with you. That's well, thank you. The people are looking for solutions because for decades, it didn't just start, it just got worse. We've been kicking the can down the road on too many serious issues. And the reason that I believe that my campaign connected so much with the American people is because I wasn't afraid to be bold and specific. They are tired of hearing generic political rhetoric, period. This is what I continue to hear as I travel around the country. And as you know, I'm in North Dakota today working with Dwayne Sand with my Solutions Revolution Tour. And my bus is going to be in a couple of places around the state. So people are going to get a taste of the Solutions Revolution here in North Dakota.
It's more like they have a chance to be with Herman Cain. I'll be there. But yeah, Joel, good morning. It's the lunch at the Radisson Hotel downtown Fargo today is at 12 o'clock. And we'll be at dinner. We're taking the bus all the way to Bismarck. We'll have a dinner tonight, supper at 6:30 p.m. and a breakfast tomorrow morning at the Ramcota Hotel in Bismarck. So anyone who wants to come, we still got some open seats. Come out and meet Herman.
And I understand that you have thousands and thousands of conservatives listening to your show every day. So I expect to see all of them at the Radisson. I believe that.
That's right.
Yeah, I believe that. That's it. I love it. Because of inside baseball, to use the baseball analogy, okay? And it really boils down to Dwayne has made the rounds with all of the local level, people-driven, meetings and conventions and things like that that's leading up to this. And so it is a statement that the establishment isn't going to pick the candidate, the people are going to pick the candidate.
Hallelujah.
I would agree. No, I'm not. And here's what's going to be different this time around than 4 years ago. And look, let's just be frank. There are some divisions amongst state Republican parties, state Democrat parties all over this country. I see it all the time. This is not unique. Secondly, yes, there's going to be this chasm with respect to the Republican presidential nominee. But here's what's going to be different this time. The nominee is going to be very, very heavily encouraged to get people to rally around solutions and not just the personality of the candidate. That's what happened 4 years ago. A lot of people did stay home, and we counted, we have an estimate of how many. They stayed home because, in all due respect, John McCain did not drive the party forward based upon bold, specific, understandable solutions. He drove it as a career politician, and that didn't bring people back. If Mitt Romney is the ultimate nominee, and it is constantly moving in the direction that he might do that, I have publicly and privately encouraged him to adopt many of the ideas of the other people that he was competing with. This is what that's what will bring the Republican Party together, and I think Al will agree with that. Oh, that's quite all right. Earlier, several months ago, I did endorse Newt Gingrich, and I made the statement, yeah, that's all right, no problem. You can't listen to every radio program. You got your own program to do. You know, good. And you know, you're right. You know, look, see, and here's another thing. Yes, Mitt has gotten probably the longest list of high-profile endorsements of anybody, but still he hadn't been able to put this thing away. Now, that being said, I have always said all along, I will support the ultimate nominee. And even though the guy that I endorse is not doing well and it looks like he is winding down his campaign, I'm going to get fervently behind the ultimate nominee. If that's Mitt Romney, I'm going to do everything I can to help get him elected. Yes. That's how you get the job done. Part of my mission is to put unconventional candidates in Washington, D.C. The people are up against big government Goliath, and I want to try and help create an army of Davids, and Dwayne Sand represents what I stand for. He was also one of the first to officially adopt my 999 plan, which addresses the biggest domestic problem we have in this country. The economy is not growing. So in addition to him adopting my 999 plan, he and I are also right in line with all of the other viewpoints that I share and my supporters share. That's why I decided to back Dwayne Sand.
Hey, Ed.
I would say so based upon the knowledge that I have. Remember, I don't quite have the same amount of knowledge as someone who is here in North Dakota, but I know enough about Dwayne that he is truly a conservative in the sense that I am. And here's how I define conservative. Because when I was doing radio, I had to define conservative versus liberal because a lot of people were calling up and they were arguing against each other and they didn't know what they were arguing about. A conservative is someone who strongly believes in less government, less taxes, and more individual responsibility. Period. That's a conservative, strongly.
Here's why I know we're on the right track and why I still am glad I'm me and not Rick Berg today. Joel, I've been talking for months now, actually almost a year, about solutions. That's one of the reasons why I think so much of what Herman does and believes in is aligned with me. I've put out an energy plan that puts our country back to work. I put out a plan to save Social Security, reform the tax code, reform the IRS. You know, the voters deserve ideas that will fix the problems that our country faces. I'm the only candidate on the left, on your side of the aisle or on my side of the aisle, with a plan on his website. And I have several, because we've got some serious problems. We have a serious debt problem, and we have to address it. We cannot pretend that this is politics as usual, that we're going to go down this path anymore where we're going to come up with a federal program to solve every problem. We've literally got to make some cuts. Some hard decisions need to be made there. We need a candidate who is strong-willed, who is a leader, who won't just pull the lever for their party no matter what the legislation is, and offer some new ideas to put the country back to work and make this country better for our kids and our grandkids. So that's why I feel very strongly that this message will resonate with the people. It already is. And let me just address your one comment earlier, and so Al can hear it. And that is, this process is going to make the Republican nominee better. You know, the Republican Party says we believe in competition and a rigorous debate. Rick hasn't even shown up for a debate yet. But eventually, hopefully, he will between now and June, and whoever is the nominee come June 13th. If it's not me, which I think it's going to be me, but if it's not me, I will support Rick 100%. But he's got to get out, push some ideas, and come out and debate and talk about his record and talk about how his ideas are better for the country than mine are.
I wasn't saying nine. I love it. Love it. Yes.
Today at noon at the Radisson downtown at the hotel there, I think it's on the 3rd floor. We put all these down to $19.99, $39.99. Come on to lunch. We kept it very economical. The most important thing here is the message. You get to meet Herman. I've personally, in my lifetime, never met a better speaker in public than this man sitting next to me, and you're going to enjoy hearing everything he has to say. I truly believe that.
Joel is, the golden mic is, but I didn't spill. Well, he can rest assured I didn't spill his morning beer. Thanks, Joel.